Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, to whatever time it is, to wherever you are. My name is Murphy Tyler, and thank you so much for joining me today for your yoga practice. We are practicing Yin Yoga today, which is just a deep stretch type of yoga. There is a long list of benefits that come from practicing Yin Yoga, like connecting your mind and body, reducing stress, improving your range in motion and flexibility, and your joint mobility. This all happens because during Yin Yoga, you allow your fascia to release. What is fascia? Fascia is a connective tissue that looks almost like a spider web, and it goes all over your body, weaving around every muscle, every joint, pretty much holding everything together. Usually when we have pains in certain areas, it might not be related to your muscles, it might actually be related to your fascia. And I could go on and on about fascia. Don't get me started. But let's get into our practice. Starting out on our backs, take a deep belly breath in and an audible exhale out. Your arms can be placed down beside you, or you can place your hands on top of your stomach, which is what I prefer, as it allows me to connect with my breath and my body on a deeper level. Bringing awareness to your breath. We're not trying to manipulate it. You'll notice that once you become aware of each inhale and exhale, your breath will slow itself to its own natural breathing rhythm. On your next inhale, gently bring your knees in towards your chest and rock yourself side to side. Bringing yourself to stillness, extend your arms out to a T and allow your knees to drop to the left, having your gaze go over your right shoulder. If you'd like to achieve a deeper twist in your spine, you can simply cross your right leg over your left, wrapping your legs together. Check back in with your breath, noticing where it is. Thoughts will come in, and as they do, acknowledge each thought, thank them for coming, and then send them away, each time coming back to your breath and back to your body. On your next inhale, gently bringing your knees back up, uncrossing your legs if you had them crossed, and maybe crossing to the other side. Now let's drop both knees over to the right and have our gaze go towards the left. On an inhale, we're bringing our knees back up to center. Again, uncross your legs if they were crossed. And let's pull our knees in towards our chest. And exhale, release your breath out. Releasing your feet down to your mat and bringing the soles of your feet together. Let's allow our knees to fall apart into butterfly pose. Your arms can be down beside you. Your hands can be on top of your stomach. Or if you'd like to open up your hips a bit more, just place your hands on the insides of your thighs. On an inhale, let's grab around the backs of our thighs, bringing our knees together. And let's keep our knees together and place our feet on the short edges of our mat. Again, with the option to place your hands on your stomach or down by your side. Taking another deep belly breath in, let's exhale, pulling our knees in towards our chest and begin to rock yourself along your spine just a few times and into a seated position. Extending our legs out into a wide straddle. Inhale, lifting your heart up, reaching through the heels of your feet. And exhale, walk your hands out in front of you, lowering your heart down towards your mat, trying to keep a straight spine as you go. Remember to keep your feet flexed, causing a long leg to happen in the back of your knees. So you might feel a little pull, but that's okay. We're just stretching out the hamstrings. On your next inhale, let's walk our hands over to the left, placing each hand on the outside of our left foot and allowing yourself to fold over your left leg. With each exhale, allow yourself to get a little deeper into the stretch, relaxing even more into it. And just going over to the other side now. Inhale, lifting yourself up and gently walking your hands over to the right, placing each hand on the outside of your right foot. And exhale, folding over your right leg. However, remember to keep your feet engaged while we're here as well. On your next inhale, gently lifting yourself back to center. And when you're ready, let's make our way into a tabletop position, finding our shoulders over our wrists and our knees under our hips. Let's begin to flow through our cat-cows. On an inhale, dropping your belly, lifting your chin. And exhale, rounding your spine, tucking your chin to your chest like a cat. Take each movement with a breath, noticing how your spine feels and the different sounds that your spine might make. Bringing yourself to stillness, let's inhale, reach our right leg behind us. And exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And gently walk your hands to the top left corner and off of your mat, allowing your forehead to go in towards your mat. gently making your way back into your tabletop position with your shoulders over wrist, knees under hips, and going to the other side by extending our left foot behind us on an inhale, and exhale, stepping your left foot to the outside of your left hand and walking your hands to the top right corner and off of your mat. Again, allowing your forehead to rest towards your mat. This is a great hip opener. When you're ready, stepping back into your tabletop, let's just sway our hips side to side, noticing how our hips feel. And now coming into a pigeon pose, inhaling your right foot behind you, and exhale, bringing your right knee in towards your right wrist, your right foot to the left side of your body, and setting yourself onto your left leg. Making sure that your left leg is extended directly behind you and your left foot is in line with your left leg. On an inhale, we're lifting our hearts towards the sky and looking up. On an exhale, we're going to gently walk our hands out in front of us and relax into our pigeon. Beginning to make your way back to center on an inhale, lifting your heart back towards the sky, and stepping your right leg back into a tabletop position. Take your time. We're not in any rush. Realigning your tabletop with your shoulders over wrist, knees under hips, and again, swaying your hips side to side, noticing the difference. Inhale, extending your left leg back behind you, and exhale into your pigeon on this side. Inhale, gazing up towards the sky, giving your spine a little arch. And exhale, begin to walk your hands out in front of you, resting once again into your pigeon pose. gently walking your hands backwards to lift your heart back towards the sky. And once you're ready, making your way back into your tabletop position. Finding your alignment once again and swaying your hips side to side, begin to notice how your hips feel now compared to how they felt at the beginning of our practice. Making our way onto our stomachs, taking your time as you go. Coming into a Sphinx pose, bringing our elbows in towards our bodies. Our shoulders are stacked over our elbows. Our wrists are in line with our elbows. The tops of our feet are planted into our mat, and our feet are hip distance apart. Our gaze is towards the sky. On an exhale, gently lower your forehead just between your hands. You might feel a gentle pull in the lower part of your back. Just enjoy that stretch. Inhale, pressing yourself back up and coming into a seal pose, placing each hand on the corners of your mat, extending your arms, lifting your heart, lengthening your spine, and gazing towards the sky. The palms of our hands, our hips, and the tops of our feet are our foundation. Exhale, lower yourself back into your Sphinx pose. Let's inhale, push our hips up, and on an exhale, make your way into a child's pose, placing each knee on the edge of your mat, bringing your big toes together, walking your hands out as far as they can reach, and resting your forehead onto your mat. On our next inhale, let's make our way into a seated position with our legs extended out in front of us. Reaching your arms up towards the sky, pulling your belly button in, and exhale, lowering yourself down using your abdominals. Reaching your arms overhead, reaching through your fingers, stretching your fingers as far as they'll go, pointing your toes, and feeling that yummy stretch throughout your midsection. On an exhale, let's lower our arms down beside us. Before we end our practice, I'd like to guide you through a simple body relaxing technique. Starting with the top of our head, we're going to consciously tighten every muscle in our body, including our ears, shoulders. Ball your hands into fist, point your toes, feel your calves tighten up, and exhale, release everything. Let's run through this exercise just a few more times. Each time, holding your body as tightly as you can, flexing every muscle. And on an exhale, releasing everything, allowing your body to sink in towards your mat. As we enter our final resting pose of Shavasana, bring your thoughts back to your breath, becoming aware of it once again. I would encourage you to stay in your Shavasana for at least 12 minutes, allowing your body to feel the effects of your practice. May the peace go with you throughout your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And may you keep this peace in your heart, and may you allow it to guide you throughout the rest of your day and into tomorrow. Thank you for practicing your Yin Flow with me today. Namaste.